I'm in a lot of shock. I went to get some more wine, and I don't know if I can really drink it at the moment. I thought I'd sort of calm down a wee bit, but I'm not. I'm in shock. And I have no lorazepam because Morton in all his wisdom decided to discharge me without either giving me meds or forgetting to, and I couldn't get much traction on the phone yesterday. Right at the beginning in October when I was making videos, and I'm not going to bother trying to upload them before I go because it's not as important as just, I think, just having a nice day before someone else comes and does something horrible to me. And I can get out of here. But I've a lot of people have the link to my Dropbox folder, although I might have changed that now. And I have a lot of people have links to my videos, so everyone's just deciding to not do anything. And it's just like it's clearly just mobbing on quite a high level now, and with the police visit and the failure, like they came here claiming to do a welfare check because they've got to check out when I say things like I'm going to kill myself. I'm like, but I've just been released from a psychiatric hospital. What do you think a welfare check's going to do? Like a police welfare check. They're fucking crooked. This has followed me from Wellington. They just bent themselves into pretzels to avoid taking a proper statement from me. They just kept saying, what do you want police to do? And I said I'd like to be interviewed in a nice way, not just have people turn up and then demand to know and then blame me for not communicating properly. So they know what's going on, and as I said, I mean, I keep saying it and I get closer to knowing it's true. And then I sort of switch back to kind of thinking that can't be true, but it is true. There is some really high-level corruption going on here. And it's Bobby Zarafakis and my mum, Wendy Prophet. And now it's everywhere in Harcourts. But it's like everywhere that I go for help, I just don't understand what the fuck. I don't understand. As I keep saying, I don't understand. And the thing is that there's no point answering questions with people answer with furrow brows, but why would they? It's like, I don't know why, but the fact that I don't know the motives of the people doesn't mean that it's not happening, or we know it happens because the UN knows it's happening. And we've got a Prime Minister who's asleep at the wheel, and if not outright, just part of it really. I mean, she's a fucking commie. Commies are fucking murderers. I don't know what's going on, but I think there's a lot of cronyism, and I think the cronyism is, I don't know, but the thing is I've just got that real shock feeling in my chest, and I didn't check my blood pressure, although I am going to, well, my task today is to die. A big part of the method of dying will be bradycardia. Sorry. Hypotension, and then I'm going to get tachycardic in my body's attempt to get blood moving through my body, and then the antipsychotics are probably, well, the aim is that they interact and cause fatal arrhythmias. And I was going to do this last night, and then I think the video got cut off. I just got quite tired and sleepy, and I just thought how nice it would be to sleep in my bed. My body pillow. because I can't get a hug. And Wendy's like up to her tricks. So she's just a fucking evil bitch. So, because she ran out of money and I had 16, a little bit over. I had a bit under $17 and I know that she's out of money, so I transferred it to her. And so that was after I told her to go and get fucked, but I also wanted her to know the money was there. Just a little bit of money, but it might be enough to like buy some milk or bread or something, you know. So she said, did you go to church with your friends? Like, she's trying to make out that this is just like, we'll just get back to normal, we'll just keep resetting when I call her an evil bitch who's driving me to suicide. And she said, so I said, this morning, I said, you know I'm committing suicide and don't bother calling the police, I've just had a welfare check. And she comes in with her same old tired. Dearest Caitlin, as you've told us, help from MAPS and my new friends in E allows me to keep my precious life. Your life is indeed precious. You have an appointment with your barrister, Rahul, today. What can I do, please? And so she's back to that game where I haven't told her repeatedly what she can do, which is really concrete stuff like help me report this to the police and help me figure out how to get it to the Human Rights Tribunal. So she and Mitchell are just laying down this ridiculous fucking narrative as are the cops. And I just can't be fucked. And I'm not even gonna reply. I guess I just need to find a way, like it's palliative today, and I just wish that I was more sure that this is gonna kill me and that I can get it all down. So I need to look up some more drug interactions, and I wish I'd done this earlier, but as I say, I wasn't going to do it till another few weeks. But the harassment, like the police harassment's intensifying. They just smirkily do these welfare checks by these fucking cunts who say, oh, we think Caitlin's suicidal. It's like, you know I'm suicidal because the head psychiatrist to release me from the Mental Health Act and discharged me from the hospital, psychiatric hospital, said, we know you're suicidal, but we know you don't have a mental health disorder, and they're just constantly trying to push it back into the mental health area and trying to deny I'm suicidal, which is the diametric opposite of the truth. I'm just going to say... I didn't. So, yeah, so the problem is that, what happened is I took the first sleeping pill last night because I don't have lorazepam, as I think I said. Or maybe I said that this morning and the video didn't save because I ran out of space. I took the first lorazepam last night, which I just wanted to use as a bit of an anxiolytic. And then I just got sleepy. And then it just... because I don't know what death is, and I don't know what I'm going to experience, and sleeping just was so nice. So now I've got 2.5 sleeping pills up a clone left, and I do want to take one to take the edge off, which is not a very good, they're not anxiolytics. And my methylphenidate's more of an anxiolytic, but it does, you know, work, it does stimulate my central nervous system, and I just, well, I don't know, maybe that will just increase the arrhythmias. I guess so, having those opposing forces. I just wanted to have a nice time before I go. Just a little bit, not have a horrible scary death. And I was saying this in October or September. It was September, wasn't it? And it's now January. And I don't want it to be scary, distressing. I don't want to go out terrified, and I'm really afraid that it's not gonna kill me. So it's my Zoppa clone, which I thought would just start the process off, and but I don't know. And then I've got my mixture of antipsychotics, one being quetiapine, and the other one being the olanzapine. God, I actually just, like, my body is in shock, like I feel quite unwell, and there's nobody to talk to, like nobody cares. Everyone's just gonna kick me again if I reach out. And the only person who was interested in helping me was Jono, but he just wants to save my life, and he doesn't understand that I don't have a life to save. And they wouldn't send anyone around yesterday. When he was begging them to on the phone, I wouldn't let him in. And he would give me a hug, but he's just like too much, and because I've got only myself and just like my calm, whatever calm I can find. And I don't know where to go. I don't know if this is the place that I want to die after all, in my bed. Because it was something I was thinking about yesterday, is maybe I can sort of close that loop and go back to Ilam, go to the university that was my trauma counsellor at night time when I was just howling like an animal in June and July, before I started this fucking nightmare in August. And no one would help me. And I thought I'd just try to pick up the pieces here. And it's just like this intensive fucking nightmare. Like, no one will help me. You know, I think MAPS have kind of got it now, maybe. But they can't help me. And the thing is, like, the police just aren't going to take a complaint. Like, that's their goal, is to not take a complaint. Their goal is to fucking stamp me out. I mean, the IPCA already did that by fucking saying the sky is purple when I was given that fake fucking harassment caution letter with the fucking bad spelling. That piece of shit Sergeant Hamish Knight and Constable Briar Gorn, who were the first corrupt cops I dealt with. I just don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's just fucking everywhere. I don't understand, but it's happening. And it's like, when I had that when I saw those Ukrainian, like, weird shit on my computer, like my you know, one of my favourite sites being that Ukrainian language streaming site, and dropped pins in places in Ukraine, which is just totally normal during, like, war, especially in the digital age. You know, for them to hack into international, well, you know, they're not even international, it's the fucking web. It's not a territory. It's not a physical territory. And we know that Putin's taken control of some of the cell towers and stuff. Well, so who fucking knows? I mean, Putin's coming for the West and a good fucking just as well, because this place is a piece of shit. But I called in that Geeks and Wells, and that guy was bending over backwards to deny that anything was happening. When I finally pinned him down and said, you must admit that it's really weird. And it was Wendy calling. Maybe I'll call her back and just see. When I finally pinned him down and said, you have to admit that's weird. Like, stop obfuscating, stop changing the point, stop the red herrings, just say it's really weird. And he looked at me and he looked really frightened and just really uncomfortable. And he said, well, I don't think he was frightened. I think he was very uncomfortable. He just said, I'm really sorry, I can't help you. And he said, yeah, it's weird, but if it helps any, it's not aimed at you. And I think that's what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's clearly something that I'm caught up in rather than necessarily a targeted thing to me. I suspect it's probably happening to quite a lot of New Zealanders. It seems to be like this mobbing stuff's happening all over the world, and the UN knows about it, and they're really trying to make countries who have signed those conventions to stand up and support what they've signed and support the citizens underneath it, but they're not. And this is not fucking conspiracy theories. This is just fucking documented reality that everyone's bending over backwards to say isn't true. It's just international policy. That's what it is. Humans are pieces of shit. Literally everyone just shuts the door in my face. What they'll do instead is I say, if you don't help me, I have to die, and they just call police to do a welfare check and then just kick me in the guts before they do it. Psychologically abuse me. It's fucking intense. It's amazing that I've lived this long. I'm just going to stop recording for a moment to just make sure this upload's okay.